Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Rose Tarot and Astrology. I'm your host, Mel Rose, and this is your astrology preview for the second 10 days of the year, January 10 through 19, 2024. The second 10 days of the year are the third and final 10 days of the Sun's transit in Capricorn, brought to us by the Four of Pentacles in Tarot. But before we dive in, please take a moment to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and click for notifications. That way you'll know every time I post fresh daily astrology and tarot content like I do. And as always, my friends, thank you so much for joining me today. The Four of Pentacles is giving conservative vibes. This is about having control of your resources, saving money, or pausing to care for your body, your family, your home, etc. Here in the final part of the Sun's journey in Capricorn, the Four of Pentacles encourages us to be frugal with our finances, our time, and our energy. Capricorn and Pentacles are earth element symbols that remind us to engage in the world from a grounded perspective, seeking stability in our lives. So pay attention this next week or so to the material things you buy, create, keep, and maintain. The idea is to spend less time and energy handling things that don't add to your security. This 10-day segment includes a new moon in Capricorn tonight, Mercury moving on into Capricorn this Saturday, and the waxing half moon in Aries next Wednesday. And taking an overview of this decan, I see mostly very positive astrology. There are 3 trines here on the page and 2 sextiles. There's some transition and I see a lot of creative development. Let's go ahead and take it day by day. Today is Thursday the 11th. It's the new moon in Capricorn today. It is the first new moon of the year, so it sets the tone for our beginnings for the year, for our creative starts for the year. And it's a very solid, steady, and creative start. It's very, very focused on the things that we like, love, and can't get enough of, the stuff we rely on for a sense of stability and security in our life, and what we're willing to do for it. So it's got a very responsible vibe, and that's a really nice way to be making a fresh creative start. The new moon is also the ending and beginning of our monthly creative cycle. So, this is the day when we sort of come back to our personal center, stop pushing things out, not quite pulling things in yet. Just come back here to your zero space and appreciate what it is that you have, where you are, how far you've come in life. And then when you feel like you have become grounded and centered in the moment, being here now, you can begin again to dream and idealize and plan the next accomplishments that you want to make. And then also today we have the Venus in a trine relationship with Chiron. Trine is very easy. It is gracious. It's almost like a vibe sent from the heavens just to make things go so well for us that we don't even really have to try. And so when it's Venus and Chiron, Venus is about your values, that stuff you like, love, and can't get enough of. And Chiron is about healing. So we say it's easy to heal when you know what you value. Or if you focus on your values, if you focus on, the people, places, things, situations, circumstances that you like, love, and can't get enough of, then healing probably can occur very easily at this time. And then tomorrow is Friday the 12th, and the moon's going to move on into Aquarius, and Mars is going to develop this trine with Jupiter, is currently developing this trine with Jupiter. So that's more ease and grace given to us. And again, it's not something we really have to try for. It's even kind of not very simple to take advantage of trine energy, except that when you know that something is coming to you very easily, be grateful for it, be open to it, and handle it graciously, right? So this is Mars, our personal sense of initiative, the thing that makes us assertive. And Jupiter is more the planet that wants to give us opportunities to grow and expand and develop, to have the bigger, better, and more that we want for ourselves in our lives. So that's tomorrow, and it's easy at that time to take actions that represent growth and development for us. And then on Saturday, the 13th, it's still a waxing crescent in Aquarius, and Mercury is going to move on into Capricorn. We've had this really Capricorn heavy vibe, friends, with the Sun, Mars, Pluto, and now Mercury in Capricorn. And that's Saturn. Saturn rules Capricorn. Saturn is the heavy of the zodiac. Saturn is the stern taskmaster, or that tough coach who never really seems to appreciate how hard you're trying, right? So this brings our intellect. Mercury was in Capricorn, it went retrograde and backed up into Sagittarius, and now it's gone direct again, and now it's entering Capricorn again. So we're returning to Capricorn here in the second 10 days of the year. The intellect, this is our thoughts, our plans, our communications, returning to this idea of material initiative, the goals that we have in mind and the things that we want to achieve and what we're going to do it. So that's where our mind is. It's on our health, our wealth, our goals for stability and security in our lives. And that makes this a great time, today, because it's the new moon, but also in these coming days with the waxing moon, to be thinking about, talking about, really making plans about, and really letting the universe know what it is that we're trying to do. Say it out loud with your words. It's one thing to think it. It's one thing to intend it or symbolize it or make moves in that direction. It's another thing entirely to make it real with your words. So think about that. And then on Sunday, the 14th, the waxing crescent moon will move on into Pisces, and Venus has this quincunx with Uranus on this day. Now, quincunx is sort of a neutral vibe. It is what you choose to make of it. Okay, so Venus, that's your values, what you like, love, and can't get enough of, what you like to receive, what you like to get. And your Uranus just brings in change, it brings in excitement, it shakes things up, it stirs the pot, right? And that can, that's kind of negative or positive in the situation, depending on how we perceive the situation as it occurs, right? How we perceive the surprise as it pops out of the box, right? So what we value is evolving in surprising ways. This is our values sort of making an adjustment in light of a surprise, right? So give yourself a little bit of an open heart. Give yourself the room to shift your idea about what you value in light of the new information, okay? And then coming up on Monday, the 14th, the sun is in this nice sextile position with Neptune, and this is the reality versus the fantasy, what we seek to manifest in the world, in a cooperative vibe with the things that we idealize or fantasize about. But this is a time because that sextile is very positive, it's very generative, it helps us create positive things. This is a time when our dreams can come true. So when you imagine something fantastical, especially if it's coming up for you on Monday, see the potential in it, okay? See what kind of practical initiative steps you can take toward it. We're still in that waxing crescent moon in Pisces, so this is a great time to be taking those dreams, taking those fantasies, taking those sort of ideas that we think are extra or too much or more than we think we know how to try at this time. This is the right time to be making plans to step incrementally in the direction of those dreams. Okay, you can't bite the whole thing off at once. Most of the time, you just have to make like one little plan that'll get you closer, and that's fine. That's how we manifest everything that we do. Is one foot in front of the other, right? And then we skip over to Wednesday because there's nothing really significant happening on Tuesday of next week. A couple of lunar aspects. But we skip over to Wednesday, and that's the waxing half moon in Aries. So waxing half moon is a time when we are sort of pushed into action. We come out of this dreaming and planning mode, and we feel a need to take action anyway. So Aries is the sign for initiative. Aries is the sign for fire, for taking direct action, for starting things that it plans to finish. So do that. Make a start. Make a physical, active start to what it is that you have been planning to do so far. And then on Thursday, the 18th, Mercury has this nice sextile to Saturn. And again, sextile is very cooperative. It's very positive. It helps us create things. And this is a time when, Mercury, the intellect, is in a conversation with the ruler of Capricorn, where Mercury is. So our thinking becomes very grounded at this time. And it's almost like we're waking up from an illusion, or we're just, we got a little, maybe Mercury retrograde, we got a little spun around, we got sent back into Sagittarius, we got to, fantasize a little bit more and think about the bigger, better, more that we want. And now here we are in Capricorn again, coming back down to earth and just sort of waking up from the dream, or maybe just getting a little bit realistic about our dreams, but not in a way that says, oh, they can't happen. Realistic about our dreams, sort of in the way that it says, where we're saying, hey, if I make a plan, then I can start working in that direction. Again, I don't have to get it all done in one day, 1 week, or even 1 year. We can just, make the steps one foot in front of the other to get there. And between those two, I really think, again, that this is a good 10-day period for manifesting, for speaking out loud, for imagining what it is you'd like to build in the world, and just speak it out loud. Even if it's not on your list of plans, even if it's not on your to-do list right now, it's okay for it not to be on your to-do list. Just, speak it out loud. Just be really forthright with the universe, with the people that you interact with, with the people that you trust, what your plans are for the future, what you idealize, what you would like to create for yourself. And then Friday the 19th, Mercury is trine to Jupiter. That's another beautiful, very optimistic, positive aspect that gives us a lot of ease and grace. Express yourself. It is for expressing yourself. It's like I said just a moment ago, it's about opening up and telling people, letting yourself, letting the world know what it is that you imagine for yourself in terms of the bigger, better, more that you would like to have, the bigger, better things you'd like to be, do, and have with your life. Okay. It's okay to imagine, and it's okay to conversate. It's okay to collaborate with others while we're thinking about those bigger opportunities we'd like to have for ourselves. And, on the same day, Venus is going to make a square to Neptune. This is the only thing happening for 10 days that feels to me decidedly difficult or challenging. Aside from the fact that we've got all the Capricorn energy, and Saturn, Saturn is heavy. It makes it a little bit more struggly. It makes it a little more strivey. You've got to work for the things that you get when Saturn is in charge, and Saturn is very much in charge here. But otherwise, this is very positive astrology until we get to this Venus square to Neptune. And this is where an illusion or a fantasy about something that we value creates a challenge for us. It's not a challenge that's meant to stop us. It's just a challenge that's meant to actually remind us why it is that we are on the path that we are on, or why we are doing things the way that we are doing them when it comes to what we value, what we like, love, and can't get enough of. Okay, and Venus is the lower octave, and Neptune is the higher octave of that love, of that desire for, of that sense of attraction and that desire for connectedness with other people. So Venus is the personal planet for attraction and desire and connection to other people. That covers friendships as well as romantic relationships. And Neptune is the higher vibration of that. So it's more about our connection to the community, our connection to the whole community of life, our connection to the broader world, and our sort of sense of universal love this spiritual connection that we have to everything that exists. And on that day, by that time, we're in a waxing gibbous moon in Taurus. We'll be inching up on that full moon that will be the following Thursday in Leo. Okay, so very good vibes for creating, very good vibes for imagining what you'd like to create and stating it out loud and really talking about it, thinking about it, collaborating with others about it. And that is it for the second decan, friends. The final 10 days of the sun's transit in Capricorn 2024. This continues to be a powerful time, like I said, for manifesting. Use your words. Let the universe know exactly what it is you're trying to create. And the next decan video will go up on Saturday, January 20, the day the sun and Pluto link arms and cross over into Aquarius together. That's super exciting astrology, friends, and I will be here with you to discuss it as it's happening. Thank you for tuning in today. And until next time, my friends, keep looking up.